Breakfast with Cobb Colville.
Trickstar Radio.
It's gone a bit viral. Like who have you had hitting you up about it?
Well, obviously, I had BBC News Surrey, BBC Surrey hit me up, but that came about through Surrey Live, which is like a local Surrey like news network, mainly online, but they're connected to all the newspapers and stuff like that. So I sent them an email to about the same email to about 6 different email addresses, all from the Surrey Live camp. And this one guy got back to me and went, "I'm going to cover your story." Did a phone interview with him. He made an article. BBC Surrey saw that, sent that out, and then that got caught on by this main BBC News desk, and then so
it's been like there's been a lot of coverage for it.
And I've had a couple of radio interviews, and I've had a TV interview guy hit me up, but they haven't come through yet. So.
But even so, like for a project that's moderately in infancy, you know what I mean? It's still like a new project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have this kind of level of coverage is really, really good, and I think it shows that it's something that people realise needs to happen. Now, in your opinion, like, why is a project like this so important?
Well, because the earth is effed if we don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much, we have all these environmental issues that we're not really dealing with, and I thought, well, it's something I care about, and you got to lead by example. Someone's got to do it. So if people see me do it, then they're more likely to do it.
Entirely as well. Like, do you tend to find more people are hitting you up saying, "I'll come out on a walk, I'll come out with you one day"?
Yeah.
And how have you found the kind of growth of that? Have you found it to be quite like an instant thing, or have you found it's getting more and more and more as you go?
So when I first started, people a couple people "Oh, what you're doing is a good thing," but not really "Oh, I'll come and join you." But once all the BBC stuff happened, I had a few people messaging me, even random people from Reddit when I post up on Reddit. It's just saying, "Oh yeah, man, if you're can I come and join you?" Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, "Sure, man."
Yeah. And I think that's good as well, because it is the kind of community spirit behind it a lot of the time, and I think it's just something that needs to happen. You know what I mean? And I think it's something of, obviously we've just had Pride down here, and there was such a massive push on kind of the environmental side of things. I think it was a single-use plastic-free Pride. I think it was this year.
Oh wow, that's sick.
And obviously there was a massive push on it. You know what I mean? And it reduced significantly. We've seen Glastonbury become such a main thing of it has been the reduction in this sort of thing, and I think it's good. How do you feel about the kind of more mainstream events and shows kind of digging into this as well?
I'm happy, man. Basically, it doesn't matter whether picking up trash or whatever is just a trend or whatever. Even if it's a trend for a short while, just making it cool for a little while gets more people involved, and people need to be more aware of it. It needs to be second nature to people. Do you know what I mean? So the more it's put out there and it's put in people's consciousness, then the more is going to be done about it.
Entirely. So have you found anywhere specific that you've kind of been wow, this is what kind of finds have you found in regards to places?
Well, the happiest places I am to do are sort of green areas. Do you know what I mean? Places where there's actual ecosystems, where animals and wildlife might be actually come in contact or utilising rubbish that they should that can affect them negatively, birds using it for nesting and whatnot. But forests and swampy forest areas are cleared out, which has been really fulfilling. Do you know what I mean? And rivers and stuff, which is really messed up. Do you know what I mean?
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with Cobb Colville.